Guys, gals, non-binary pals, it's time for SciFiAIguy Plays with some sweet, dulcet tunes in the background because we are playing Pony Island. But with me today, as indeed with every Monday at the moment, we have Justin helping me play this game. Justin, speak to the lovely people. Prove that you're alive.
Hello, I continue to live.
Excellent.
If you're listening to this, it means I have not been murdered.
Well, there's a delay.
I am excellent.
There's if someone killed you in that... Okay, this is completely off topic, and that's fine. Actually, I'm going to say two off-topic things. Three now, because So the third off-topic thing is that I had a double shot coffee in the afternoon to prep for tonight. The second off-topic thing is that my hair looks weird because it's growing out long and I don't pay attention to it much anymore. So apologies to Twitch for my weird hair. Sorry about that. But here's the first thing that I railroaded myself with. Caffeine, what a drug. When you are watching online content, do you ever worry that maybe this is the time that you will watch someone on live stream, like something horrible happens to them? Do you ever have this fear?
Oh, yeah.
This completely irrational fear that someone's just going to come in through the back door and stab them. And of course it just goes straight to Twitch because they're just streaming it live, right? Like it will never get uploaded elsewhere, or if it does, that's awful. But yeah, that's a irrational fear that I have.
I mean, I have that fear that I personally will shit the bed in that particular direction. So it's not I don't really put that on other people when I'm watching them. I just assume that I will. We have a place in chat who is asking if I am frozen or just staying really still. I am staying very still as the world moves around me. And the moon hovers above. It's a position of concentration that I maintain entirely for the benefit of chat.
It's a photo.
And the audience in general. No, I'm sitting really, really still.
In front of the moon, next to a smeared backdrop, wearing what appears to be a poorly cropped PNG.
I will have you know that is a poorly cropped JPEG.
Oh, all right.
That's why there's not transparency.
Even better. And we have a good round boy. Hello. Hello, good round boy. Welcome to the stream.
We have such a full crowd this evening for Pony Island. I'm excited. I'm stoked.
It's a good game.
This is going to be a powerful game. I hope. I have not actually played it.
What are your feelings on ponies? And make sure to dig deep. I really want to know the answer to this.
Ponies particularly, or horses in general? Are we looking... I mean, I always like to put a pony on something. That's because I'm a Cockney person that bets.
Of course. Look, I'm okay with you starting with the genus and sort of working down. I presume they come from the same sort of root stock, right?
Yeah.
In terms of genetics, one would assume.
It'd be funny if I loved horses but hate ponies. Hey.
Yeah.
That would be a strange theory. Yeah. I don't know anything about this game, but in general, I enjoy horses as beautiful creatures. We both have manes, so I also have a lot of kinship with them.
You're very lustrous as a human.
Yeah. I try to be, and my mane has grown partially in isolation as well. It's been a goal of mine to explore and expand.
I mean,
and
when I picture you, I think of your adorable little button face surrounded by a thicket of rich, untamed hair. I'm assuming the entirety of your house, its interior, is 90% hair by weight. That's my guess of where you're at right now.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah, and of course, as a subset of my love of trains, I have to love their predecessors, and so that is also very important. Horsepower is important to me. Yeah,
so when things replace trains, do you like those? How deep does this go?
Well, I don't want anything to replace trains, but you've got to admire your forebears while shaking your fist at anyone that comes after you.
I see. So when you like a thing, it's incumbent upon you. I feel the same way about music. There have been times where I've been sort of forced to respect bands I don't actually give a shit about because it's the bands I liked them. They're a clear influence, even though I think they sound like trash. Black Sabbath. Cough, cough.
Right.
Anywho, that's enough throwing very obvious shade on Black Sabbath, because that's what one does before interfacing with ponies.
But the general thesis,
Yeah.
yes. Enjoy the things that come before you, and despise and or at least show great disdain for the things that come afterwards.
Exactly. Look, the reason that I like this game for a few reasons. I mean, just look at that pony go. I really like ponies, but in a sort of very weird way, I have to admit. Like, there are no ponies in my home. I've interacted very few times with actual ponies. There were ponies once that lived near a bus stop that I used to go to in Clemsig, so I used to feed ponies pretty regularly. But I just sort of like them, such that my younger sister, when I visited family like a decade ago, there was a poster on her wall from some teen girl magazine that just said "Dream Ponies," and I squealed. Like, I squealed with delight, Justin, because I was like, ponies! Like, I used to collect unicorn shirts.
Extremely good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just fond of ponies. So clearly this game will be wholesome, and
I was more in the dragon direction. I could have gone unicorn or dragon, and I kind of went dragon direction. But
did you wear tie-dye shirts? Did you wear tie-dye shirts?
I didn't, but I easily could have.
Yep.
The option was made available to me regularly.
There's someone who I used to be very close friends with, and when I first met him, he was wearing a tie-dye wizard shirt, and that was just it. I was like,
amazing.
We're friends now. We were young enough that was normal.
I own a tie-dye shirt now for the first time in my life because a friend of mine stitched a shirt that I liked the design of, but was for children, onto the front of an adult tie-dye shirt for me.
That is friendship. That's friendship right there.
I think so. I think so.
Sweet.
And I think this is going to be a game of friendship. So
all right, well, let's get started. Let's kick off.
Let's crack on.
All right, I'm clicking new game. Oh, so right away. So I believe the conceit is that we are someone at an arcade cabinet. Like, that's what Pony Island is. That's why we've got this framing. But look at this. Justin, if you give yourself a little bit of that volume on Twitch, you'll hear the ominous humming coming from this cabinet.
I absolutely will, just for a minute. So there we go. Wow.
Yeah, the sound design on this game is amazing. Let's oh, I can't click start game. It gives me a staticky noise and some static and says error.
Fantastic. Interesting.
Let's go to options. Okay, we want... Okay, cheerful facade. Can't get rid of that. We can turn on anti-aliasing, advanced RNG. I would love a free ticket. Look, I got a ticket. That's us. Pony physics. I think you want physics on. Let's obscure...
Interesting. Oh, wow. Things you do in the game affect you in the real world immediately.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so we need that binary on. I will leave obscure options on. In-app purchases, sure. Let's fix the start menu. Okay.
Is that a person with a top hat? Perhaps a snowman?
It looks like a snowman. It's just given me the business when I click on it. So I tried to fix the start menu. I was not allowed.
Now, the back button has fallen to the ground. Is that ideal?
It's all right. I've put it back. Okay, we have begun.
That's good.
So already things are going wrong in this game.
Well, it's just a different take on right, you know? I don't know that it's...
Oh, okay.
Is this a programming game? Are we going to be tricked into education?
I think so.
Oh, okay, so there's a key and there's a lock. So I immediately like that.
Yep. And as you've seen, I dragged the command into the relevant box.
Yeah. Interesting. So we've basically unlocked the start of the game.
Yeah, we had to do that to start the game, to even go to Pony Island. Like, can you imagine being a young person and going to an arcade cabinet and this is your opening experience?
I would love this and fear this.
Okay.
In equal measure.
So here we have a problem right away.
Okay, so we have a different kind of block.
So it's a recursive block. It just sends it straight back to the start. But if we replace it with this one,
that lets it go past. So this is kind of like a conveyor belt system.
Oh. I recommend a little bit of sound, Justin.
Okay. I'm gonna unmute this, and I'm just gonna put it on a low.
Yep.
This is fun. I'm enjoying the little beeps, the little...
Yeah, we're speaking directly to whoever created this game.
Do you want to play a game of Pony Island?
Okay, so I click to jump.
So that appears to be a pony that is actually a unicorn, yes?
Yeah, I mean, as far as ponies go, I look well armed. It's alright, I'm almost to the end of the level.
Cool, so this is just the thing that happens when Chrome crashes. This is your dinosaur jump game.
Yeah, look at how many levels I'm gaining.
So much success, so powerful.
Oh, this is oh, no, there we go, died. I was about to say this is a toddler game for babies, but I'm incorrect. Oh, this soundtrack though. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're achieving a lot here.
Yeah. This game seems fair. I like that, you know, I can turn the head of the pony. I always
That's
want to.
good, yes.
I want to turn a pony's head, you know. I want to catch its eye.
So you can control both its attention and its... I don't know, not its movement, it's moving at a constant speed, yeah?
Yeah.
That's not you holding down anything.
No. Okay. So if we want more of this game...
We have to insert our soul. Or yours. You're playing it, so
Yeah.
hang on. I'm going to distance myself from that. I'm watching you play it.
You get so much value out of this. You get all the experience, like all the visual experience of the game and some of the audio at great cost. But I actually have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You're
okay.
trading your soul for everyone else, though. You're going through a much more generous bargain than most people go through. This is for all of Twitch as well.
Yeah. Well, here's the good news.
Check soul, validate soul. So, okay, there's the paywall.
There's the paywall. All right, so we don't want it to go past here, I think?
I think we want to send it to the stop here by using the right-hand arrow.
Yeah, and then get that out, like... Yeah, let's do that. Yep, across and then down. Yep. Yeah. Oh,
That looks good.
Pony
I like
Islands,
that.
stop working.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And you can't click or drag any of the words. Oh, interesting. There's stuff at the top of the screen. Ah.
Ponygalaxy.exe?
So what word can we spell? Ticket, maybe? T-I-C-K-E-T. You got messenger.
Yeah, walkthrough? Oh, literally instructions.
That's quite fun.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Okay, lots of corrupted files. Yeah, let's go to Messenger and see. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're
Second game in a row with a messenger function where the messages are actually typed for us, yes?
No, I typed all that myself. I went,
oh, interesting.
Yeah, so for the moment, you know, maybe it'll change, but we have control. Who are we? I'm going to say SciFiAIguy plays with Justin. Because that's true.
Don't rope me into this.
No,
Don't rope me into
too
this.
late.
No, you're selling both of our souls.
Oh, no.
They're getting 2 for the price of 1.
And they're a prisoner of this machine. I do not want you to panic, but it is possible that we may share the same fate. I have a plan, but I do not have the means to execute it. You must help me, SciFiAIguy plays with Justin. Will you help me? I'm going to say yeah. Yeah.
I won't, but don't tell him that.
Oh, there's beeping. There's another message here on the... Oh, Lucifer is talking to us.
Oh, good. That's always a
I'm going
nice
to give Lucifer
person
the
to chat to.
hey-o. You must feel good about yourself. You hacked your way out of Pony Island. The positive feedback loop for completing mundane jumping tasks wasn't engaging enough for you. Correct.
It's true, yes.
Um,
I enjoyed how quickly you read that as Lucifer, by the way.
I mean, sorry, I went a bit late. There are 3 core program files this system depends on. Deleting a single one will lessen the power that he wields, but we must try to delete all 3 to truly escape. Okay. Do you understand me?
This feeling of having 2 conversations live at once and bluffing one of them potentially feels very fun. Yeah, Weenie, flashbacks to MSN, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
feeling that.
Oh, Lucifer's been making changes to Pony Island. Let's see what you think of it this time. Hell yes. I asked you not to talk to him.
Oh. I'm so glad Lucifer has been making changes to Pony Island. We will see what you think of it. That's ominous.
Oh, okay. Now I don't have control. I'm not typing.
Excellent.
I'm not typing yes master. The game is typing yes master. So I'm just going to take my phone off of.
So this is a
vibrato.
hypnotism simulator.
Oh, the mouse. Hang on. Whoa. No. Hey. I'm trying to control that mouse.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like a quick mouse movement that you would make.
Yeah, I love the star logo, because, bit of that Satan.
The feeling of a game that crashes and then you have to wait for the opening animatic to play again.
Yeah. Alright, options looked a little...
Options upside down. We can't read the credits, which is a shame. I was really hoping to look at the credits this time.
Oh. Okay, so... the game was easy, and now it is not. Now it is the Dark Souls of side-scrolling platformers.
Oh, good. That's always nice. Okay, so it's just gonna kill us? Just immediately?
I mean, it's challenging but fair, according to Satan.
Okay. We did a deal with the devil in that the devil gave us a deal and then accepted as us.
Yep. Ooh. Enter the password, mortal. Enter back to leave this place. Justin, what do you think the password is?
Is it password?
Password. You think you're clever? Wrong! Okay, it was not that.
I did think I was clever.
Alright, let's, Oh, wow. Hang on. Ooh. Secrets?
Well, that's exciting.
Okay, so... Straight up, we want this to go across.
Goodness, that's a lot.
And then it goes down, and that's...
Yeah, you want it to go down past that bit.
Yeah, we want to... Okay, so we're going to have to...
We want the arrow that points left in that spot.
Yep. Oh, this is to print a ticket. Oh, I could have clicked another thing in there. Okay. I think the tickets might just be for kicks. But there was another one of those little, like, red-green or red-blue hackery things.
Well, we can use the tickets at the end of the game to get something from the arcade counter.
Oh.
We can get maybe a slinky.
Oh, man.
Or
I got so many bad toys.
Perhaps a popsicle that tastes like ass.
Yeah, I would occasionally get the sweets. Did you ever try those, I can't remember the name of the brand, but it was basically like a gummy hamburger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So bouncy.
I've had many of those in my day.
Okay.
I have lived the long and pained life of this.
Oh, ticket? No? Okay. So, I appear to have broken everything. This is what hacking is like, by the way.
Cool. So you've got to replace advanced options, right?
Yeah. There we go. Oh, come here. Hey, all right. Hacker voice. I'm in. Advanced audio. Oh, we can up the game jam music.
Well, that's fun.
It's some decent piano. Answer to your prayers.
That's fun.
Completely silent. No one answers to our prayers. Level up noise, obnoxious. Hellfire. Prescient. Struggling hardware. I beat you to it. Level 1 music.
Do we want to get rid of the ominous humming? Can we get rid of the ominous humming?
We absolutely can't.
Of course we can.
All right, this game rules. Security settings. Parental controls.
I want to put all parental controls on at this point.
I can't select anything. It's just we're allowed to die on Earth.
Okay.
Send error reports. Password info.
And then there's the menu we can't read. That's good. Ooh, password info.
Found the password.
You have to close the menus.
Also, if everyone can just take a moment to appreciate what I'm circling with this here mouse. They did well with this art, I think.
I don't know what you're circling, but I trust that it is of great significance for everyone.
Very clearly so, yes. All right, so Baphomet. Oh, chat history.
Can we close this other window as well?
What other code storage?
Interesting.
Be a kind soul, just take one. Oh, wow, that's a lot of codes. Well, somebody can screenshot that and do what they will with it. I have no idea what it does. This is literally
I've
just
screenshotted it now.
Excellent.
If we need it. Hopefully it did not work. I did not screenshot it quickly enough.
Yep. All right. Old prototype options. Oh, free will.
Do we get free will? Can we turn that on?
No, they patched that out, I think.
Yeah,
No
that's
pony
okay.
reveal. Unlimited ammo. Pony blades. Okay, what about really
that's fun.
useless options?
What's the empty box?
It's empty. It's nothing. Okay. This is the loop. There are better options than this. Pony salvation options.
I'm always interested in salvation.
So
So basically, we've made that deal with the devil. How do we get out?
well, if it helps, you can hear the music of heaven when my cursor approaches this option, just fading in and out.
Are we? Now this is now my salvation as well. So I get the. I want to be able to opt out of my salvation.
Too bad. Ooh.
Okay, so I'm doubly getting the experience of having the decisions made for me.
Yes. Look, if you want to try talking to Satan, I'm just trying to get these pony lasers. Look, at least it's laser spelt with an S.
That's true. That's true. I feel supported in this time. So I like this kind of core loop because otherwise this game is just very, very confusing.
Yeah, it's an interesting sort of. It's more of a narrative experience. Like a lot of it is just clicking from place to place.
Yeah.
But it throws in these weird little hacking things, which, you know,
Yeah.
is basically the game at the moment. Like, this is just what the game is.
We are finding a maze though, right? Like it's essentially, so we want to send it to the right and then down.
Yeah, these sort of like hot swap sections are interesting because the key won't move while one of the spots is unfilled.
Yeah, that's fun.
Mm.
I mean, it says swap whilst in between.
It literally says that. Oh man.
Yep.
I'm trying to click them lasers. Oh, I clicked away from the game. That's how fervently I was trying to click them lasers. Okay.
If you click out of the game and then click back in, can you click on the lasers? Can you trick the game?
I don't think we can trick Satan. So I don't know how much
I was hoping to.
I don't know how much Marilyn Manson you've listened to, and that's fine. It's non-mandatory, I would say.
Okay.
Particularly because in recent years, and when I say recent years, I mean like more than a decade, his music hasn't been my cup of tea. I don't think it's been very
Right.
good at all. But he's fond of wordplay. Is our young Marilyn Manson, and he
Gotcha.
wrote a song called "Say 10," and
Okay.
that's because it sounds like Satan. There you go. That's the wordplay. There's probably more wordplay in the lyrics than that, but yeah.
That's a good bit of wordplay.
Ooh, salvation at the click of a button.
I'm so pleased.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Satan. I'll play with what I goddamn feel like. I'm a gamer.
Satan, more like Satan, am I right?
Yep. Oh yeah, and the music gets better as well.
Good.
So yeah, when I hold down the right mouse button, I emit
Yes.
a powerful laser.
Good. And what's happening in the game?
Fun times. Oh, my death actually, because I wanted to get a ticket because of wealth pellets.
Yep. You did get the ticket though,
I did.
but at what cost?
Oh, it's not infinite pony lasers. You can see that there's like a bar on my chest.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't seeing that. But it refills as you wait.
Yeah. Like, it means I couldn't just hold it on all the time. Which is good.
Yes.
Like, that's alpha. I was too busy marveling at the cool mechanics. Also, this mouse isn't USB connected. It's wireless. So every now and then I have the opportunity to say, oh, it's the hardware's fault.
Oh, sure.
Like, that's...
I mean, I play Flash games on a trackpad, so... Because I'm a pro gamer.
Ooh. Literally clicked away from the game there for a moment.
Yeah, wow.
Oh! Ah! I'm embarrassingly... Okay, so... this game is probably shorter if you're better at it.
But we're not, and so we're just getting a different experience.
Yeah.
I think that this will feel more like purgatory
Oh, that's true.
than maybe even the designers intended.
Yeah, narratively, it's perfect. Yeah, co-hosting and playing this, you know, being live, I'll see, yeah, if I misclick once, if I just left click for no reason,
Yeah.
we lose, basically.
Because you spend such a long time and you got such hang time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rhythm game.
Yes.
It's a hacking
it's
rhythm game.
disguised as other things, yeah. As so many things are.
As more things should be. Oh. Saved it.
Nice save.
Whew. The workout.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can imagine.
And it's ongoing. Oh. Demons in the rain. Oh.
Okay. So the next continue we can take a rest for mouse
Yeah, actually that's a good idea.
for mouse hands.
I gotta think about my health. My hand health.
This is what I'm here to do is just monitor your hand health. I'm your coach.
I can live with that. You
Yeah,
have the
I think
soothing
this one-
voice.
This one being the most physically taxing game
Yeah,
of the three that we've played.
that's true. Oh look, I gotta tell you, the controls in that Cities in Motion game were so unintuitive to me.
That's fair.
It caused me a kind of pain.
And no doubt to certain viewers as well.
Yes. If by certain you mean all. I might actually turn the game down a little. Oh, of course. It's all these fake options. I'm sure the audio's fine.
Right.
I mean, no one, if anyone in chat, if the music is a bit loud, do let me know. It seems like it might be not mixing the best. But you know, just a
It's banging music though.
oh, it's so good. Hang on, I'm actually gonna open the mixer, find them ponies, just hang on. Yeah, I might just drop it a bit there as well. See what that does.
Sure.
Thank you for reminding me.
Very neat.
Okay, so we went offline. It was unfortunate. It's not what we wanted, but that's okay. We've got Pony Island loading again, as you can see. Yeah, so I'm not super sure what happened before. I'll make sure I get a handle on the audio settings this time, now that I can actually see a screen. It's still very loud, Daniel Mullins. Too loud.
It's a real game, though. It's distinctly there.
Ow! Oh, it just, yeah. Thank God. Okay, so here's how we know that our game has been saved. 3 out of 24 tickets. So... It's just the audio
There we
settings.
go.
It didn't keep our audio settings. That's so bad. Why would you do that? Okay.
It is a very, very powerful game. It wants to be able to pump its jams right through your household.
Yeah. Even then, that's still quite loud. But I'm nervous about trying to change it. Hang on. If I go... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take that down quite low.
No worries.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, it's starting to hurt my ears. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see.
Well, we've all got a sense of what the game audio is like now.
It's true. Oh yeah, that's much more manageable music-wise. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for sticking with us, lovely friends. I see that Weenie has produced a sandwich in the meantime. I have had a cup of tea and a cinnamon bun, or most thereof, ahead of the midstream break. I've got to save a bit of that.
Of course, yeah. I'll respawn. Yeah, if you could host while I try and smash this level, that's actually awesome.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. The theory that I posited to chat is that if I just get a sugar high going during the stream, so I have all that streaming energy, and then immediately crash afterwards, because I have nothing to do afterwards, then that is optimal.
Them's good strats.
Yeah. It's an interesting game in that it kind of it breaks up the narrative with gameplay, but the gameplay doesn't necessarily further the narrative in the way we saw with Donut County.
Yeah,
because with Donut County, we saw that the problem solving and the physics puzzles. Oh, this is excellent. We did cheat.
And
That's
we have
fair.
been physically punished as a human being.
This is what happened to your computer just earlier, right?
Yeah. This is
Smoke
too real.
out of the actual vents.
Well, now our savior is saying that this is our chance. Let's hack in. The screen's tilt. Like, I have the instinct to tilt my head because the screen's tilted. Oh, this is it. This is the core file. Oh, we didn't try the Baphomet password.
We didn't.
But we need to fuck with this demon.
A daemon, no less. A DAE daemon.
It's Azazel.
Okay, let's get Azazel.
How do we?
So we have to undo all 4 of those locks.
Yeah, so we can delete. I'm trying to find where the
most structural chain is. Well, are they going to move with the?
No. So when I click, they just stay there. I can't click and drag. I can't click on Azazel at all, which tracks.
I would say that we want to go for...
Oh, no, I did it.
No, it just it's straight up. Foolish mortal, Azazel logic booting, blah, blah, blah. Gotcha. This is exciting.
Oh, I see. So I wasn't trying to free Azazel. Azazel was meant to be locked up, and I was meant to be deleting the core file. So... Oh, here we go.
Well, yeah. We didn't know our objective, and so we failed at it kind of before we started. Oh, interesting. So it puts the remaining thing in the space.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I gotta... Oh no, that's not the one I wanted.
We want to send something to the right. And then we want to...
Yeah. Right,
Infinite loop.
Right and down. There we go. Yeah, I love the little demon hands typing at the keyboard.
It's very pleasing.
Let's get in there. Okay. Oh, okay. So
You will not possibly break another of my puzzles.
Well, this is what's good about devils. Canonically, is that they're they're bound into the weird rules. They have to be like, like hubris is part of their thing, right? It's part of their adherence to law.
So we've got to come up with what we're going to do with all these things and then grab them one at a time, right? We've got to plan what we're doing with these 6 tokens because they'll fall out of the slot.
Well, here's the problem. I think we get so we get every first move. Our opponent gets every second move.
Ah. Well, then we're not going to be able to send it to the right.
Yeah, I've already... Yeah, okay. So, we know that we get 1, 3, and 5, which means we get 2 really bad pieces, right? We get the 2 return 2, so we don't want to use those at all.
Yeah. So we really want to be putting the down in the right-hand lane, and then we want to be putting the returns in the left-hand lane after the right arrow, right?
I'm going to put the down in the last spot and see... Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I can move this as my move. I can move an existing one as my move. Okay.
Right.
I just have to be quick because Baphomet literally tries to get in ahead of me. Okay. So we need to move
Okay,
that
so now we want to move down instead of the... Yep. Okay. We wanted to have the 3 down in the right-hand column.
Bam. Oh, okay. Whew.
I love it.
Luck.
I really like when a villain is taunting you throughout the entire game.
Yep.
But the next challenge will be truly a test of your skill.
Yep. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. So we have a lot of this to deal with. We
start present alive.
So we want to.
Start to present.
We can get it bouncing across here, but like we never want to get it down into these spaces. So I'm just going to sort of tuck that there.
Okay. So we want to send it right, and then we want to send it right again, but only right at the bottom of that column.
Oh no! Oh, I was wrong about the unlock. My brain sort of did a big poo inside itself. I think is the elegant way to express that. Put that there. No, you don't want that. We want that up there, maybe. No, probably just want those there.
We can make a decision about which column it goes to at the bottom of the second column, and it can go either direction.
That's true.
Think.
We can.
Yeah.
What's down?
The main thing is getting it out of the first column into the second column, and then out of the second column into one of the others, and then back.
Yeah. I'm just trying to tuck all these bad. Okay, we're actually doing all right. We're actually doing really well here. If I pop that there, that's bad.
I like this. Yeah, I think we've got it. So now we just need to get the 2 down arrows into that.
Oh, bugger. That was the last move. Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, it still works. Oh, okay. Whew.
Yeah, so, cool.
I wasn't sure that the arrow pointing off the screen was going to function as a down.
Right.
I think that's really novel, actually. Because it could have gone either way, but I'm really glad that it sort of functioned as a, well, this doesn't matter, so you just sort of keep moving on the like invalid moves, basically just a pass, it would seem.
Yeah. So if it can't execute the function, it just follows to the next step of the function, which is probably how. This is basically a programming simulator. This is definitely edutainment.
Yeah, which I've got no problems with. So I'm gonna start shall kill.
go to sin. Bring blood.
Yep. Okay.
Execute function veil. Yes,
So-
I love it.
What if, like, I've played a bit of
Oh,
this.
so
but it
those
was
are the
a
ones
while
we
ago.
can't put things in?
I reckon once they're in, we can't change them. So
Can it pull things out of those ones once we've put them in there?
let's find out. So the
Okay.
first thing we've got is a return to start, which we obviously never want. So I'm going to sort of tuck it in the top right.
Good, Rambo. This definitely counts as coding homework.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We definitely want... Well, we probably just want that there. That's okay, because that's an invalid move. That's actually great. Thank you, Satans. We want to tuck this in here. That's guaranteed fine. I don't think that's going to function how we want. So let's just put that up here.
Satan's is a strange way to refer to our
No.
chat.
I've lost the level.
Oh, really? How?
Because the locked in symbol is the that was the move where I got goozled. Okay, so I need to make sure.
Gotcha.
So there's a move right symbol coming in next. Provided that's not locked in somewhere, I need to. Okay, damn.
Interesting.
Oh, that's really annoying. I'm not sure when we get an opportunity to
We should put the right arrow right at the bottom right now, I think.
The move right arrow, if I put that in the bottom, it's pointing the wrong way. Because the unlock's down at the bottom left.
Isn't it? Oh, it's in the bottom left. Sorry, I wasn't looking
That's
at
all right.
things properly.
That's all right. All right.
You're quite right.
I'm gonna tuck it in. I'm gonna put it at the start where we know we want it. And
Yeah,
let's-
it definitely needs to be there at the start.
Okay, so the game is kind enough to not screw us because this left moving arrow is so essential. If the game had Baphomet put it in one of the locked boxes, I don't think this would be winnable.
But we have to move it to the bottom now because it's the only one we get.
Yep. And if I do
Sensible.
this, the rest of the level is played normally.
Right.
Okay, so that's terrible. We don't want that. Kind of just want that there. We want that there. We want that there. Thank you for just bringing all these pieces to me.
How pleasing. And we just need to make sure that the left arrow goes in the right column, so we need to replace that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We're being called fools, but of course. Oh, apparently our prophet is false. Justin, what do you think the chances are that the person guiding us is not all that they seem? Out of 10.
I would say that the friend we've made is maybe not on our side.
You reckon?
Yeah. I say this as an expert in pentagrams.
Look at this. When I double click delete core files, Baphomet, like Azazel, like just closes the window.
Can we use our pony lasers to stop them?
Nope, I just got to be quicker. Oh, we did it. But we have been deceived. Justin,
Oh, no.
I hacked the system. Or we hacked the system. It was a team effort.
Yeah. You can't put both our souls on the line and then say, no, actually, I did all of it. Clearly, I was a critical part of this mission.
Oh, I love that boot up sound. Okay. So there is a core file missing. Let's just proceed anyway.
What's our goal in this? Are we trying to delete the game off of this?
I would love that. Roll credits.
My headcanon is that we are an arcade game programmer trying to install a different arcade game on this system.
Oh, that would
But
be.
it won't actually let us delete the game off there until we make pacts with Lucifer and stuff.
And I hope the game
To
we
delete the
install on here
files.
just sucks. I hope the replacement
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is just so terrible. We can log in as either Lucifer, Hopeless Soul, who is the one who's directing us to delete core files, or Guest.
We can't log in as corrupted.
No. Should we check out Lucifer's login? It seems.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, password.
Baphomet?
Baphomet was for the other. Let's try.
Oh,
it.
okay.
No. Password.
Yeah, Satan Tech Incorporated is a bit on the nose. It's I too have watched Mr. Robot.
Peaches. No. It's not Peaches. Hopeless Soul.
Peaches. It wasn't Peaches.
It wasn't Peaches. Peaches. No. What if I do Peaches in Leet? What do I remember of?
So it's a P33. 34C.
Nah.
Oh, I like this.
Password. Sure. I reckon no matter what we typed, that was going to give it to us.
Yep.
Well, we know this screen already. Let's go to Messenger.
Interesting.
We have new messages.
So now those files are corrupted. I reckon we could have got a ticket, but yeah. Interesting.
Oh, that Azazel guy was mad. False prophet, he said. Ha ha. Still there?
So... oh dear.
It's remembered that we're SciFiAIguy plays with Justin.
I'm so glad. I'd forgotten.
Yeah, so Hopeless Soul is the one opening these portals that allows us to hack in. Oh, 2734. That's how we log into Hopeless Souls.
2734.
2734. If you could remember that.
I can. Can we have that typed in chat?
Oh, yes.
Cheers, Mang. Thank you, chat. We have a record.
Excellent. Okay, I could just type forever. I'm going to close that, or just minimize that. I'm going to... Where's the password? Where was that? Was that in options? Oh, that was in options, wasn't it? No. All right. When we open Pony Island,
We can't go into log out at the bottom left-hand side of the screen.
we can. No, like it's in once Pony Island is open, then there's password in that application, and that's where we put the Baphomet, I reckon.
But we can't go into Hopeless Soul and type in 2734.
We can. I was just trying to get the Baphomet thing done.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, that's a different password for a different system.
So we're both. This is interesting. We're logged into their space, and now we're in a chat window with ourselves, but they're still typing. Slightly weird. I'm guessing they're logged in on two locations. We need to go to search progs. Do we want to try the portal gen utility? No, not allowed to do that. Oh, I can just.
Well, they're sending it from this login, no?
Yeah, hang on. I can
Those messages?
I can just generate portals, but they don't do anything.
So now we're playing Portal.
Okay, so what's a program with less than 5% security? It would need to be incredibly poorly programmed. I wonder.
So we want to search by security least to greatest?
Pony Island, 1%.
That tracks.
We must return. I don't envy you, but it must be done. Oh, wow.
Ah, yes. A great and important quest we embark on.
Yep. And then the corrupted profile might be worth investigating. Good to know.
There we go. Yep. There it is. Chat listing all their snacks. as we hit 8 p.m.
Oh. Yes. Well, given that it's 8 p.m., yeah, we could probably go on a break.
Depends how you're feeling about it. I know we have had a break from the.
We have, but I actually wouldn't mind a stretch.
Yes,
I'm not gonna
I
say no to
realized
it.
that was not a recline midstream.
No, that was the opposite of restful. Yeah,
Well,
so we'll sit on this screen that we know is air quotes safe.
we do.
Yeah, cool. All right, friends. We will be back in, let's call it 5 minutes, 10 minutes. What do you feel like?
I'm good with whatever. 5 minutes is fine.
I think 5 minutes is I think I could work with 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes.
Jolly
is
good.
Reasonable. I didn't open the stream timer because of course I didn't. That's fine. Why would I have done that? All right. Well, let me get the stream timer up.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone. Hang
Love your
tight.
work.
Pony game. Let's do it. So we're returning to our login, and our password is password. Because our password is whatever I type in. Actually, I could have typed in peaches. I didn't do that.
Let us return to the 4 usernames of the apocalypse. Yes. Pony game.
Hang on. Pony Galaxy? No, that's not. Where's Pony Island?
Is Pony Galaxy an expansion pack?
It's just a little mini game. Like I can just sort of. It's just an arcade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not.
So we can't play Pony Island as this user. Can we play Pony Island as other users? Is it an access permissions issue?
Maybe. I'm clicking on Pony Island in here, and it's not doing anything. This is not a link to game.
Right.
Let's log out.
So this is a search to all programs that are on the computer but not accessible through that login. We might want to try Corrupted. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm typing in peaches. We're in. Amazing. Ooh, I like this little eye up here. What are you doing? What have you got to say for yourself?
The all-seeing eye of corruption.
When I click on it, it goes click, click, click. Corrupted files, password backup, guest, none, hopeless soul, corrupted, I am error. Oh my god. It's ponies.
It is ponies. Extremely good.
Ooh. Still looking over me? Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's always watching. I'm glad it's watching as we become corrupt. I'm in favor of a federal ICAC. This is important.
Who doesn't love a good pony wing? Resplendent.
Just leave your game files all through your game, I say.
Yeah. We're in. Hacker voice.
If we edit the wing, does that mean we can make our wings bigger?
That would be pretty sweet.
Like we just draw bigger wings and then we can fly more.
Not even trying to hide the satanic undertones now.
I don't think they can be fairly called undertones at this point.
It's true. Oh.
Ah, so that's the year it was established. 666 years prior to the birth of our Lord. Well, not necessarily my Lord. I don't want to.
No, that's true. That's true.
I don't want to place myself in any camp at this point. Our soul is on the line.
It's true.
There's no time to be making enemies.
Ooh, adventure mode is a game design revolution. Please refrain from cheating.
Are we gonna get an inventory now? We get to use sandwich with wrench.
This game is bugging as we play it. Oh, okay. We've been introduced to mind gap try hopping. Let's do that. We've been introduced to code portals.
Is it? Yeah. Are we potentially thinking with portals? Is there a chance?
I've never stopped thinking with portals. I'm going to be honest with you, Justin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same as the Tetris effect. You just see Tetris on the outside of every building and on every wall.
I never played enough Tetris, I think.
It's a similar. Okay, Assassin's Creed. You see a building and you think of how you would scale it in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to go to the north. That's where the corrupted data is. Okay. Justin, it's open world. Except there's literally only one direction I can go.
Is this the overworld? And then we get... This is just Mario. They made Mario again.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but now we get hacking in the pony game.
Ooh.
Our laser power is...
So we wanna loop it so that our laser power continues to iterate, right?
Yeah, we want it to skip the we don't want it to get to the -1, right?
Yeah, we want it to, when it's between the two, we want to put the portals in place.
Yeah. All right. Justin, how's your week been?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty good actually.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty chill, pretty breezy. I had a brunch with physical people.
Wow.
In a physical location. Yeah, that was exciting.
How could you
That
do
was how I
something
spent
so
yesterday.
courageous yet so brave?
I think it was largely just my own personal hubris, which I obviously I have a lot of that, but do you reckon we can fire the lasers at this point?
I reckon that's
Because I've realized I'm not good at talking. I've suddenly realized this.
Oh, this soundtrack though.
I will pump that game audio ever so briefly. Powerful. Oh, they're coming in waves now.
Oh.
And now we are killing... Are we killing God?
Some kind of, death bishop. Unfortunately, it fired something that my beam didn't interact with, so I need to dodge its beams while constantly wounding it, I think.
I see, I see.
Like most bishops, in my limited experience.
Death Bishop is an extremely good band name, by the way.
Yeah.
I know, I don't want to pull out that joke too often, but Death Bishop is... Like, that was the first thing my brain went to.
Yeah. I want everyone to know that the slight headbanging is entirely involuntary. You should see me while studying. Yep. If I'm listening to any incredible jams, I just lose it at my desk.
Yeah, this is the only thing where I'm really disappointed I have a still image.
Yeah.
On your screen, because that is not representative of the current
of your current state. Yeah. Do you ever find yourself like grimacing when a beat is particularly filthy?
This should not be allowed.
Well, it's a weird sort of appreciation face, but it has this kind of like this is gross. Like it's so grossly good. If that conveys what I'm. I mean, to be fair, sometimes I like hear or see a guitarist, and I just sort of think, just fuck you, just fuck them, fuck that. I'm so impressed I get mad.
I mean, this is what the word like grunge or grime, like music, is meant to evoke, right? It's all about how it's like filthy and amazing.
That's really interesting to me because it doesn't evoke that in me on an elemental level. My first instinct is like, well, that can't possibly be true, but it must have for someone if that's how that tracks, right?
Well, that's the start of the genre, right? Like you would then, now it's associated with that style of music, but it's because for some people it was just like,
it was so grimy.
Yeah. I mean, this is just filthy and pleasant.
And look, in fairness, like the tone of those guitars was filth.
Indeed.
That level is a little tricky. Try leveling up first.
Do we? We have to go grind for XP on the. Oh, is it on the XP beach?
I think so. Yeah, we're going to XP
fantastic.
Beach. That is amazing.
Weenie, that lick is indeed fucking tasty.
I love that. Oh man, so I used to look up guitar tabs a lot because I would play the songs that I like to hear, and guitar tabs were often just typed out like text files, right?
Yeah, right.
And I remember going and looking up a Perfect Circle song, and they literally wrote "yummy lick," like a textual appreciation, no caps, bad grammar.
That's
I was
amazing.
Like, yeah. And in fairness, like it's delicious.
I wish that was more like lyric books. They just had commentary.
Well,
Man, I love what we wrote here.
You need like medieval liner notes, right? Like.
Yep. This is the 2D side-scrolling Dark Souls.
Marginalia. That's what I was looking for.
There we go.
I'm always look. I mean, there's my band name. Looking for Marginalia.
I think Marginalia by itself is extremely pleasant as a word.
That's true. So, like a lot of games of this ilk, basically the way to beat anything is to sort of just calm down.
Yeah.
Like
it's meditative. You find the rhythm.
Yeah, this is my problem with a lot of things like this. Is that's where I struggle.
I can't imagine you playing this well with the sound off.
That is a good point. 99 more XP to go.
Good. We need to go in and hack those pony wings by going into that PNG file.
Okay. So it is once again the same. Okay, but
yeah.
So we need the puzzle.
Oh, interesting.
Is this right? There we go. Okay. No, that's. Hang on. I've got it backwards somehow. What am I?
This is.
Yeah. Okay. So we want it to be. Oh, okay. Are the portals a trick? No. Okay. No, we need the portals. I was wrong.
Do we want to send it backwards at the point where it's EXP plus 20?
Oh, of course we do. Of course we do.
I don't know how we do that.
Like so.
There we go.
And now we can
need it. And now we need it to jump over the setback to 0 when we put in the portals. So we just need to put. That is why we need the portals, because we can't just send it all down.
Yeah.
It needs to skip the. Yep.
Because it's gonna. Oh man, I want to set these so close. Because it's gonna happen quick.
Can you pull them both out at the same time?
No. There we go. All right, cool.
Beautiful. There we go. So we're going to lose 20, but it's still over 99, so we level up.
Why can't
I'm so glad that this programming section is the bit that I can get, and then you can do the.
Yep.
You can do the portals.
Oh, okay. There we go. So it's not flight, it's glide. Oh.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and that's... So the gliding is what is going to get us over that chasm.
Yeah. So my brain is still, confusing laser and, yeah. I'm having this weird sort of, like, signal processing issue where my body is like, oh, one is one thing and one is the other. And it's not...
Yep.
Ooh, just. Hey, there we go. All right. Mini-boss defeated.
I'm starting to get a sense of what the aesthetic is contributing. Because in the previous game we played, the aesthetic was very built into the puzzle design, and but now this is like a it's like an upgrade game which is kind of like a classic genre of the Flash games that I'm
Yeah, please
fond of.
expound on that because I don't know what that means.
Oh, so it's basically this kind of idea of there are levels that are built in such a way that you can't actually solve them, but you get experience from playing through them a bit, and then you upgrade your character, and that's how you get through them. But it's done in a very simplistic way where, like, the whole point is it's kind of like the structure of an RPG, but it's built so that you die a lot.
Okay.
And get the XP. I'm trying to figure out how to differentiate it from what you would have actually experienced.
Yeah, because I mean, like on its face, that core loop is very familiar, right?
Right. But there's lots of things where, say, you're trying to like launch a paper plane. And then you'll be paid a certain amount of like in-game currency for how long you throw the plane for and how long it stays in the air and all those sorts of things. And as you achieve those things, it then gives you like money for those achievements, and you buy upgrades, and then you can do those things more. So it's just endlessly cycling into achieving more. And the only incentive for you to keep playing is to see what's further down the map, right?
Okay.
It's built in such a way that it's like it's distilling that central game loop of you play, you die, you get experience from playing and dying, and then that gets you through it. But rather than you learning how to play it and that being how you improve, it's literally you play and you're supposed to die, and that's what gives you the experience to improve.
So it's like a roguelike in that sense, I guess. I'm trying to compare it to stuff I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
I mean, roguelikes that's less about seeing what's down the track because, well, I suppose they still share that same thing because it might take you like 100 retries to see what's at the end of a roguelike game.
Right. But I guess in the sense of a roguelike, or in most of the roguelikes I've played, it's like a permadeath sort of situation. You don't keep the experience from your first playthrough.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, of course. Right. So the differentiation is in a roguelike. Oh shit! If I fluffed it.
I mean, lots of things are called roguelikes, right? Like roguelike is
it's a hot
can be
term.
used as a buzzword,
Yeah.
but in the traditional sense, a roguelike is like it can be procedurally generated, but there are still rules that you learn of how the levels get built, and part of the reason you play it for more is to get to bigger bosses and bigger enemies and that sort of stuff. But that's partially about learning the game loops.
Yeah, like the differentiation for me is that in a roguelike, the XP is personal. Like instead of gaining XP within the system that gets you better paper for your paper airplane, what you learn is how to play the game better. / you get a different game state rolled for you. So sometimes it's less about because it has to be replayable, right? Like once you have solved the roguelike, you know, be it through personal exploration or literally just wikiing it, it can't be boring. It still needs to have that element of random. So you need to be dealt a bad hand sometimes and be okay with possibly restarting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess there's a familiarity here where, the similarity is that we are going in and we're hacking things to upgrade ourselves in order to kind of cheat the EXP system. So we are going in kind of at a higher level than we would expect to be for the level, or at a lower level, so that we can kind of cheat that.
Sorry, my...
Sorry, yes, I'm trying to solve the problem now as well.
Yeah, I was going to reply to you, and then I felt the reply to you fall out the bottom of my brain as I changed one thing on this, tried to track what happened, and then just sort of...
Okay. So, more contrived than average is what this one says.
Yep.
Multiple solutions. So, what I would suggest is...
I'm going to click this
the core
portal.
thing we're trying to do.
I'm going to click this portal before we do anything else.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, that just gets me out. Oh, of course. Right. It's a portal. Yes, sorry, please, tell me a suggestion.
So, the core of this problem is we are trying to get into that loop where the variable is just dropping and dropping and dropping.
Yep.
So this is very similar to what we've got in the past, where we are just looping on the left-hand side to drop the variable lots and lots and lots, and then we want to send it to the right, which will increment it by 1, but it will still be well below 0. So this is just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we send it to the right from the left-hand side, like if we do this, we can just get it straight there from the -1. Oh, but does that work with the remaining pieces we have? I guess it doesn't.
So we want to have the portal at the bottom.
You tell me where to put stuff. I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one on you.
Okay, I reckon we want the portal at the bottom.
Yep.
I reckon we want a right arrow and a left arrow. So right arrow at the top, left arrow in the middle.
And is this something we're just letting run, or is this something...
We're just letting this run to lower the variable as much as possible.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry, we do need to put the portal at the top after it gets to the bottom. Oh, no, we don't, because it would just run back through the top.
Oh, no, hang on.
Because the problem... Yeah.
It does.
So while it's in the middle, we do need a portal at the top.
So while it's in the middle, take this out. Put that in there. Okay, so now we've generated our loop. I see it now. Yep. Great.
Yep.
And then, at the appropriate moment, I send it across, which is to say I could do it like right now.
Yes, you could indeed. And interestingly, you could either send it across using the right arrow or by portaling it from the bottom of the left column to the right-hand column, which is probably the multiple solutions bit.
Yeah.
So we've also done the multiple solutions just for bonus credit.
Yep. Well, we've made it to Blood Mist Pass, which, you know...
Welcome to Logic. Yeah. This is very fun.
Oh, this game has completely destroyed my ability to look at chat. I apologize, chat. I don't mean to leave you in the lurch here with only Justin to speak to.
The upgrade thing that I was talking about, Crafty is suggesting something like Darkest Dungeon is somewhere in the middle, potentially.
Okay.
I would agree. I think so, because you lose... My understanding of that, I haven't seen that much of it, which portrays that I don't watch every single stream you do.
Sure. Nor should
but my understanding...
I've done it too much.
My understanding is that individual characters die, but you have an overall wealth pool that increases or something like that. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, that's true. But I would definitely say that my experience of the game is I have gotten better every time I've restarted it. Like, from what I've heard, it's entirely possible to just screw yourself into the corner with that game.
Right.
You level things up to the point where the game expects you to be good and actually expects your resources to be good, but you've let too many people die, or let them die.
Right.
So it's not infinitely, like, loopable in that sense.
Right. So Darkest Dungeon is a roguelike that is also, I guess, an upgrade game in the sense that I'm talking about upgrade game as a separate genre, purely to invent a term.
There's apparently there was a roguelike convention at one point. Some streamers that we follow were talking about it, and
right.
It just sounded great. But apparently there was some Crafty might be more familiar with this than I am, or might remember it quicker. There's some way of measuring a roguelike. There's some sort of like graphable. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
My brain is melting. This is the problem with having double shot in the afternoon.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, so Crafty's saying that Darkest Dungeon has player persistence with XP and wealth. So that's the kind of, that persistence is essentially what I'm talking about, where there is a persistence for the character, even though the avatar may die.
Yeah, okay.
So you as the player have a separate, I guess, wealth pool or XP pool, which might be... In the case of the paper plane game that I'm talking about, which I'm actually talking about a specific game there.
I did wonder if you'd made up a game.
It's a classic example of the genre. But yeah, so you throw lots of paper planes, but each one is earning you more money that you're using to learn how to do other things and stuff.
Ooh. Do we risk going across to Keep's approach? We were told to go north. How much do we want to obey our benefactor, and how much do we want to go to Keep's approach?
I mean, how far across the Sin Desert do we want to travel?
I mean, just as a sentence, I really enjoy that. As one who has indeed sinned. So, I'm torn.
Should we throw this one to chat?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
This is a good time to throw to chat. We don't do it, like, I feel like once a stream.
Yeah, a couple times here and there. Isn't it?
Yeah. Weenie, that is the exact game that I'm talking about, yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
There are a number of them, but yes. And at some point yeah.
That's a Flash game, right?
It is indeed.
Hell yeah.
It's one of the games that I may well want to do for our thing.
You have to now. You've shown it to me mentally. Like, I've painted this picture.
Yeah.
So, just to weigh in on the options that we have, I love going, like, as a gamer, I hate referring to myself as a gamer. As someone who plays games.
No, follow that. Finish that thought.
Nope, fuck you. As someone who plays games, when I'm told to turn one direction, most games I will turn 180 degrees and check out everything else first. Because I like, I just want to see what the other options are. The downside to that, in this instance, is that these levels are punishing to play on my hands. So there is an instinct to sort of just push on and be like, well, let's actually just finish the game. But, like, we're going to play this game over a week or two.
I think that it's entirely possible that having thrown this choice out and discussed it for a long period of time, we will hit a dead end in one of the two directions. But I still think we should throw it open.
Nope.
Do we have votes? Oh.
Nope. I didn't mean to click it. I was sort of wandering over in that, let's make something interesting happen on screen. Look, I'm going to die a bunch. You know what? I'm just going to go back.
Crafty pointing out that the Sin Desert is very thirsty. This is extremely pleasing.
Crafty's powerful. Powerful human being.
Indeed.
Best mod in the West.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't think chat is weighing in on this front.
I reckon we go north. I like the north.
All right. We might have to go back this way anyway, right?
I am reasonably convinced that we will, but let's go north anyway.
All right. Oh, nope. Okay. Picking when to glide is really novel because, like, it's this boss is going to shoot at certain points.
Yeah.
And you want to sort of be at a point where you can move quickly and goozle it. Oh, goozled myself there. Oh, hey. I'm actively gaming right now.
You're gaming well.
Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. But there's some sort of gamer fluid being sold, like a gamer beverage. Like, I saw someone drinking from like a keep cup, sippy cup thermos type thing, and it had like letters on the side, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just from their gym or something. And then partway through their YouTube episode thing, they just threw to an ad that they had made for this gamer fuel fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Like,
yep. There's a lot of like protein shakes and things that are. This is how you game for long periods of time. Yeah, I too thought that was just Mountain Dew, but
yeah, that's what I would drink. Like, that's probably what we will drink when we do this in person.
What do you theorize will be in the Game of Truths?
The Cave of Truths.
Cave of Truths, rather, not the Game of Truths.
Endless lies.
I see.
Oh, we still... I did it again. I didn't type Baphomet in.
Oh, fool.
Okay.
How foolish.
Vision. A glimpse. Oh. What?
Crafty thought it was the Cave of Teeths and was very confused. Indeed, indeed. It does look like a cave of teeth. It does have some incisors.
So, here's my question, and I think we throw this open to chat. What do we want to know from that vision, from that glimpse?
Yeah.
Do we want to know who was I, when did I die, or who killed me?
I'm, Oh. Queenie saying it's Road to Gehenna.
Oh! You know, that did actually look a lot like that. Shit. Man, I want to play Talos Principle again. That was so good.
We have a couple of votes for Who Was I?
Okay. Given the amount of people in chat, I feel like 2 votes is probably... We got a when. Is it just Crafty, Weenie?
I believe it
Woodland
is
Boy,
the
Wang?
3 at the minute.
Yep.
I'm the other one in chat.
Oh, indeed. Well, what are you going to weigh in? What do you reckon? Are you gonna lock the vote down?
I reckon that. I will vote for Who Killed Me to also lock the vote down. 2 to 1 to 1.
We're going to go with the Who Was then. We're going to go the majority. I get to vote too. Oh.
I love it.
Who was I? Oh. Okay.
Teddy.
When did I die? That is enough. Enter back. Okay.
Teddy,
That-
pony
that's-
pony friend.
I'm glad we went to the north because this was an intended dead end. We were meant to come here,
There we go.
do this. Yeah, I love that. Okay.
So this is what I was. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I knew one of them would be a dead end. So go me.
Did you know that because you've seen this content before? Did you know that because you are...
No. Because I have an inherent knowledge of the Sin Desert.
Oh, yeah, okay. But you're so wholesome.
Sure. So Keep's approach.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a beautiful space. Are we being? So is it like a sigil that's being shot at us?
Yeah, I think we're going the sort of classical, sort of, you know, conception of evil, where there are certain signs and symbols that we are not meant to look upon.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on the sword cacti and the golf flag at the end of the course.
Yeah.
Is that where Mario stole that idea from? There being a flag at the end?
Oh.
Is it from golf? I've only just... Surely not.
I mean, that whole game is so weird, right? Like, it's been spun out into an entire universe, but, like, the actual original elements of that game are fucking surreal.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's
it's
just a
Lynchian.
composite of ridiculous nonsense.
I mean, I would like to quit the game to check out that password.
Let's quit the game.
Oh, no. Justin, it actually closed the entire game. All right, one moment while I So, why isn't there just a Pony Island?
Brilliant.
That's so annoying. There's no Pony Island shortcut on the desktop, so I have to crack open Steam again. All right. Well, if we lose a couple frames, I apologize. Oh man.
Amazing.
That's fucked.
That's so brilliant.
Yeah. All right, hitting that play button.
Fantastic.
Let's
Prepare to lose frames, I guess.
Yeah.
But
oh no, it's
powerful.
It's doing a bit better this time. Let's just close Steam in the background.
I mean, presumably it is optimized to close at that exact point, right?
God, you would hope so. How mad would you be if your computer sucked and it took like half an hour to load up this game? Do you remember? Hang on. You might not remember this because you are painfully young.
I am 10 years old. Explain to me.
It's so loud. Every time, I just wish it would remember our audio settings.
I think that is a bit frustrating if it's a game that knows it's going to shut itself off.
Yeah, that's really shitty. Yes, so when I was a younger man, you know, we're talking the teenage years, we're talking high school. I would go to a friend's place, and we would load up this was pre-YouTube.
We would load up Pogs.
We would load up videos on Newgrounds if you were ever a Newgrounds person.
Yes, I was a Newgrounds user.
So we would load up these Flash videos, but they would take so long, these videos of these games. So like we would set one to start loading, then we would go and watch, 1 or 2 episodes of Star Trek Voyager on VHS that we had borrowed from the video store, and then we would go back into his room and we'd watch like Stick Fight and stuff like that.
When we'd play Jacks by the soda fountain. We absolutely, yes, I have had that experience.
Yeah. When did YouTube, like, I know that we could look up online and find out when it was invented, when it was...
I would imagine like 2006, 7.
Well, my question is, like, sure, it came into being at some point and then presumably got bought out, I think. I feel like it was independent first, maybe? I'm not sure.
I believe so.
But, like, when did it... I'm curious when it became the norm.
2007 is when a lot of the major music labels started uploading their music videos to it.
You know what? That'd do it.
So that's a pretty... it was around for a few years, but that was... I think the time.
All right, I'm pulling out all our pieces. Let's appraise this puzzle.
Okay, so we've got the same puzzle really fundamentally, because when it's setting values to those particular points, we want it to skip over that part, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, so we want y pos minus 3. We want x pos to be 3. We want both of these to happen. The problem is this. Okay, so we don't want y pos plus 1. So we need a portal there to get out of that.
So y pos is already not over 0, so that's fine. Right? Oh, we need y pos to be over 0.
Yeah. Y pos over 0. Oh, it's currently set to minus.
Yep. So we need to send it to...
Oh.
So we need to portal it over to the right. Huh. 3. Okay, so we'll start off by portaling it over to the right, I guess. But how are we going to stop it from falling off the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, I don't know what'll happen if we just... You know what? Let's find out. Let's portal it over and see what happens.
Right.
It goes back to the start. So right now we are setting y pos as high as we want.
Good. Okay.
I mean,
So now what we need to do is we need to portal it to the top of the right-hand column and then also skip the... And then skip that. So we need to have it iterating in that right-hand column, I guess.
Yeah, the top half of it.
Yeah. So we need to have the portal either side of the set values.
Yeah, so
while it's in the right-hand side.
Let me get it in there.
Yep.
All right. And then we...
I agree, yes. Yep.
Oh! Wait. Have I just... What?
Oh, sorry, that's not what we want to do. If we just put one of them out.
Yeah, I just fucked that up completely. Okay.
What we needed to do is to put the portals either side of the set. So we need to have the down arrow at the top of that column. So that it skips over set.
So it skips over. Yeah, of course.
So while it's in the right-hand column, we needed to be skipping the set.
Yeah. Okay, so we still have a good... No, we need y pos to go up again, so we need to redo that first thing.
Yep. But we can do that just by, by putting that portal. Yep.
Okay, so we portal it over. And then... No?
Oh, sorry, we need to put that right-hand portal at the bottom of that column. think. Sorry, so we need to have one portal on the left and one portal at the bottom of the right-hand column if the... okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think about where we need to be from now. Can we reset it? Is there a way to reset it?
There has been in the past. It's normally just
That's okay.
Normally just a reset button. Okay.
Well, let's just run it until it gets back to the start of the left-hand column.
Yep. All right. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, Justin, I'm gonna we're gonna label them 1, 2, 3, and 4. These open spaces.
Sure.
So 1 being the top of the left hand, and then 2, 3, and 4 being the right hand column from top to bottom. If you tell me in order 1, 2, 3, 4 what you want in what space, I will do it for you.
So I want the portals in 1 and 4.
Okay.
So the arrows in the other 2.
Gotcha. All right, so that's got our
This is how we started out, and that's just iterating the Y, right?
Yep, yep.
So if we let that run for a bit, then we don't have to worry about Y for a while.
Well, the thing about Y is if it goes wrong, it doesn't minus it, it just sets it. So if we screw it up, like once it's positive, it doesn't actually matter.
Okay.
All right, where would you like me to break the loop? Just back right at the start?
When it's at the start, yes.
All right. Cool. Okay. Pulling all the pieces out.
Cool. Now we need to get it over to the top of the right-hand column, but before it gets to the set portion.
Okay, so just jumping it to like the xpos -1 sort of region.
Yep. So we're going to want to break this loop before it gets to the set bit. So this one's going to be a very, very short one.
Yep.
And we're going to want, portals at the top of both columns.
Gotcha. All right, done?
Yep. Now we're going to want that portal to... so we're going to want portals in positions 3 and 4.
Just to skip over it completely?
Right.
Okay.
And then what it should do is just fall straight through, right? It should just follow down that column.
Xpos.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Did that work?
Do we need xpos to go under a little bit more? Because right now it's going to go. Right now, it's at 1.
Yep.
I think we actually need to loop between 2 and 3.
When it comes out, does it... Oh, yeah. Let's loop between 2 and 3 for a bit, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't tell, but it's always going to come back in at the top of the left column, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking in terms of the right-hand column.
Oh, you know what's funny? You know how we can, like, what we do now is we just teleport it back over. It doesn't have to loop again.
We just teleport it back to the left-hand column, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So,
Goodness. I'm glad we've got through that. I'm hoping we've got through that.
Yeah, I think this is correct. I think if I do this...
Yes. No, I agree.
Yeah. Oh. I really liked doing that. That was cool.
That is good. So now we can click no. Oh, how pleasing.
Hell yeah. There's just more game to play. All right, so we're approaching 9 o'clock, but that's all right. I got a level or 2 more in me because they're nice and bite-sized.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, if you do, then I do because you are the one actually playing them.
Oh. we were told to take a break. God, imagine trying to play a game while someone is fucking coding it.
How pleasing. Well, we are at a fantastic temple here. Oh, we might not be anymore. What are they going to make us do while they wait?
I'll just run in the more content.build. We're running over code. Create more
That's
ponies.
enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. friendly content.
Yay, friendly content. Oh,
Okay.
excellent. Back to the start menu.
All right,
That's
here we go.
fantastic.
So, we want set data. We want S data over 99.
Right.
And we've got a plus 55 here and a set to 0 that we want to avoid. We have a loop that we can... so if I just get it in position, and then I'm just going to do a little teleport run there. Oh no, this should do it. Hang on.
We just want to set have the teleport loop with plus 25, right?
Yep.
We just want to portal either side of that.
Yeah, I whiffed it. Hang on, I gotta... Okay, cool. I forgot about the... I was like, oh, we can use the red return to just sort of loop it there, but completely forgetting that the set data to 0 is right at the start.
Yeah, that's the only barrier there.
All right. This is such a cool mechanic.
I like this a lot, yeah.
Alright, so we've got what we want. So now we just want to sort of... Hang on.
We want to portal it over to the right, and then have the right arrow. Sorry, hang on. So while it's here, we want to have the right arrow at the bottom, and then we want the portal in, I guess, positions 3 and 4, if you can.
Yeah, I think I've... Yeah. I think... It'll go there, it'll go across to there, it'll go down and across. I think I've got it.
Yep. I followed a weird numbering system there, so I'm glad that you got it independently.
Yep. Well, it's just like, it's just that mental thing of, oh, in this instance, portal sort of replaces the arrow you want.
Yep.
This is just, oh, generate new mascot? Hey, buddy. How are you? Yeah, the aesthetic of this game is peerless.
The aesthetic is very pleasing.
You were talking before about what this aesthetic adds to the game, and then we got sidetracked because that's just what we do. Did you have a sort of greater point?
Well, I guess that I wasn't quite sure what it was contributing to start with, because it wasn't matched with the gameplay, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's both games we've played have been like small portion of story and then a small portion of gameplay, but and then I guess a progression towards it becoming more integrated. Mm-hmm. And you explaining, like, the game slowly explains to you why the gameplay is like it is through a series of cutscenes, almost.
Yeah. Yeah, here the slapdash nature of the coder behind it all, you know, Satan, is really aided by the sort of rough and ready nature of the game.
Right,
you know,
right.
The very lo-fi graphics, which is interesting, given the opening screen, which is quite colourful, and we don't get any of that colour here. That's kind of
yeah. It kind of promises, where you're going to end up with the game, which is a more colourful world.
We got tricked, and especially given that this is an arcade cabinet, to then have like a chat function and different login screens, I will admit, is actually a bit dissonant.
Yeah.
I don't know that I feel that. Like, if this wasn't an arcade cabinet and this was like a console, I would be a little, you know, like Commodore 64, but maybe a little better. I don't know. I'm a bit on that.
This is frustrating me. I'm immediately annoyed at this. I think what we're going to need to do is we want to send something down the middle column to increase A, and we want to send something down the right-hand column to increase C, and then we can deal with B.
I love that it says here first, and it says like third loop through, like it. That's so, because those lines could have said anything. They could have just been, you know, just pure Grawlix, right? But they actually put in leet hints. Fucking hacksaw. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I kind of like, I mean, it's teaching you to comment your code is what it's really teaching.
Yeah, yeah. I've been told that like coloring your code is apparently not only like helpful but also fun. You can make like vaporwave code basically, and that sort of helps you organize your shit.
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of programs that teach coding or that have code in them that automatically color your code based on what part of the code you're in. We want to send it down the first lane first, I guess.
Yeah. That's so funny because
there we go.
A data's going to go up, but B is just going to keep sort of middling.
Yeah, and then we want to send C data up in the same way. So now we want to have that bottom portal lead to the top of the right-hand column.
But we can't get over
and
the
then have
B...
have the same loop.
But can we get past the B data line?
Oh, I see.
Well, we must be able to, because I don't know how else we would do this.
Yep, so what we do is we need a portal to the second one in the right-hand column. So let's pull them out when we are just somewhere between those two, I guess. Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So we need a portal to halfway down the right-hand column and then use the arrow that's pointing left in the bottom spot of that column.
Oh.
So that we skip the first part of the B data and get to the second part of the B data.
That's fucking... That's Nefarion.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Let me just trace the... Yeah, okay.
I like it.
So that's...
Yeah, and that can go in the left. So that'll just loop in the same way, but for the B data.
It's fucking devious. It even says second in here, like...
Yeah.
I would actually love to see how kids handle this.
Yeah. It's a shame that the satanic language may stop it from going in front of certain kids.
Which is, you know, that's a loss. You know, I think that's fucking unfortunate.
So we want to be careful to move the right-hand right-hand one to the top there.
Yep. And then, so basically the moment it jumps over in here, I close this loop, so we're just getting C data plus 25.
Right.
So it's once again it's reflex testing alongside
It actually
coding.
wouldn't be a problem if we just left the left arrow in there.
Oh, that's true.
Yep, because it would just take B data down, increase B data again.
No, but it would go over B data minus 25 though.
Yeah, but then it would go over B data plus 25, so it would come back to the same point.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. Okay. Let's style on this puzzle then.
Yeah, let's flex.
Look at that, we're getting incremental value. Much like them cookie clickers that I hear the kids talking about. I literally don't get those games.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that they are enjoyable to folk. But like it's to my brain it just doesn't do it. Oh, hang on. I should put that here. Hang on.
Yep, you just need to have the portal.
Yeah, yep. There we go. Yeah.
Love your work.
Welcome. It's not ready. Don't look.
Go team.
Justin, you got to hear this music.
I'm listening to faint music. I've actually been listening to a very low level for the whole stream.
Oh, wow.
Which is possibly why I am slightly losing my mind.
No, that's okay. You props for doing that in the first place. Yeah, this is filth. This is absolutely filth. All right. Well, I think that's a great place to call it. Actually,
we can welcome people to the next stream. It'll be great.
Yeah. Exit to desktop.
I love it.
I love it also. Cool. Yeah. I think this game's really good. I think this game is very good. It's so I think this is one of those games that demonstrates the weaknesses that can happen with. I mean, we've already seen it trying to do a puzzle game remotely. Um,
Yeah.
like I had to break down, spots in terms of numbers because I couldn't move my mouse cursor and have you see that mouse cursor at the same time. So I had to sort of code the space
Huh.
in such a way to you that I could be like, okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we
Right.
doing
Right.
here? Which was still fun. Like I really liked being like, okay, I'm explaining this to you. You tell me what to do. I do it, and then we found success. Like being the
Yeah.
vessel for what you wanted to achieve still felt good. It was still enjoyable. But like this is at the very limits of what we could do with puzzles, I think, without it just taking forever.
I get that. Yeah. I mean, especially because I do have to, I do have to be able to see it in real time. But at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I I mean, also the manual dexterity stuff is just straight up you solving those problems, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but yeah, I think in terms of like commenting on the game,
Mm.
it's an interesting experience. I think that you would potentially take less time to get to the meaty coding action, um, just playing it solo. Obviously,
Yeah.
streaming we spend a longer time on narrative. We would potentially have powered through all that.
Yeah, like I would be clicking through as fast as I have read things, and I read things pretty fast, so just sort of I could fly through. Whereas here, I'm trying to make sure that we get, trying to communicate to the audience, and there's just that sense of if it's not voice acted, I feel compelled to read out the words, even if that's not
Yeah.
even close to being necessary. Particularly in a game like this, where the text actually goes by pretty quick. I am often, I
No,
want,
I think that's a good impulse though, especially because sometimes that text is going to be easier for you to read than anyone else if it's on a smaller screen. Screen within the screen or whatever.
yeah,
Um,
that's true, that's
but
true.
yeah, it's really interesting the parallels between these two games. Um, obviously I'm thinking of those parallels because we've come right off of Donut County, but
Yeah.
they're two games that start with a text thread to immediately immerse you in the narrative.
Mm.
And then you've got this kind of world where you are in this, where the central conceit of the game is slowly converges with the narrative conceit of the game, which are kind of, they start off divergent or start off separate and then they converge. Um,
I
so
I
that's
wonder I wonder to what
yeah,
extent this is sort of de rigueur for if I'm pronouncing that correctly, open bracket
almost
six close
certainly.
bracket. Um, thank you, thank you for
Let's
believing in
say
me.
we definitely are pronouncing every word we say right.
Let's we're on the internet. We can't be wrong.
It's true.
I if you've got a puzzle game that has anything resembling a plot, you
Yeah,
kind of need to find a way to jam the puzzles in because if people want to just play puzzles, you
yeah.
know, I look, I've played things that were basically just software that's puzzles without any attempt at narrative. But these were like, back when I bought the, Wallace and Gromit magazine that came with floppy disks. That no, hang on, that did actually have a narrative.
See, that will be the experience when we do the flash game
Mm,
thing. It's a lot of people building very stripped back things because that's all they had the resources to make.
yeah,
So that's an exciting thing.
yeah.
Although that will potentially put more burden on us to make it interesting if the game sucks.
Look, I think that means we can just go off the rails and just fucking talk about whatever we want, and we don't
That's
have to
true.
just keep coming back to what's happening on the screen. We can just go afield. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, damn. Oh, apparently
Uh,
Weenie is spamming the Discord Flash games. Well, let me tell
yeah.
you, Weenie, that Justin and I have a stream show idea in mind called Flash Drive, where Justin shows me Flash games and we talk about them. So that's coming in the future.
Um,
I've even made up graphics and everything for it because I'm that guy.
Taking a brief look over the list, I have played more than half of these. So it's
Hell
a
yeah.
rare list of games where
Yeah.
I've actually played a fair chunk of them. So this actually fills me with a great deal of confidence.
Well,
Um,
we can do it one of two ways, right? We can either break it up where like the first half is games you're familiar with, and the second half is user submissions, or we just smash all the games that you know. We build up a library of shared language, and then we just
let's beat
smash
every
through.
game. Yep.
But yeah,
I think there are some weird classics of the genre, but it's
Ooh.
kind of like I get to be the arbiter of what's the classics of the
Yeah,
genre
yeah.
because
I'm
it's not a
I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to fucking Google mid-session and find out if you're wrong.
Yep.
You could tell me anything, and I'd be like, of course. And then, if anybody else watches this video, they'll be like, oh, this Justin, he knows about Flash.
He knows so many things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have to get on it fast if Chrome is indeed getting rid of Flash.
Yeah.
So,
Well, honestly,
yeah.
what worries me is running this stuff in Chrome and streaming because Chrome like chews up
Yeah.
CPU more than most games do, which is
That is
frustrating.
It's true. Well, potentially we'll have to be running it in Microsoft Edge.
I mean, maybe Firefox. I haven't touched Firefox in a while.
Sure. I'm sure we'll find a way of doing it.
Yeah.
In terms of the game we are actually playing,
Yes, to bring it back.
It's really interesting. I mean, I definitely think that music contributes a lot to the rhythm game portion of it. I do think there is something to the jumping and it'd be interesting because I was not putting in the keyboard commands. Did you feel there was something common to the rhythm of the music and the rhythm of the jumping, or were you just finding it easier to get into that headspace because of the music?
If there was, I didn't notice.
Okay.
So it's not like
it's not Dance Dance Revolution.
No, to quote the meme that Crafter used to dunk on me in the Discord, it's not, bass on one, snare on three kind of motions from me on the particularly because with the mouse, it's always sustained now that I'm flying. So I'm either holding down left button to jump and sail, and then releasing to get a quicker drop, usually to dodge, sigils coming from death bishops, or it is holding down the right and then, moving the mouse around the head to sort of direct the beam. It's entirely possible that those motions are optimized with the music. So the way that I might think of it is that if I'm playing a riff on a guitar, or if I'm tapping out a beat, on a table or on my knees or something at a bus stop, I'm not thinking about where in a sequence of notes or, semi whatever, like in that sort of like rigid structure of, here's where everything goes. I'm not thinking where each hand motion or each finger motion goes, but I feel it within that space. I have a physical sense of it, and if I hear it, I could replicate that.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I would absolutely do that when I'm learning a beat, but if I am playing that beat back, I would then just have learnt it well enough that I'm iterating over a similar pattern. So I guess while it's teaching you, I'd be really interested to kind of figure out what the music is doing and whether there is something about how the music is teaching you to play the game, or if it is simply that it's cool music and cool music makes you better at rhythm stuff.
I mean, honestly, if the rhythm is helping, I have a suspicion that I think it isn't, if only because if that's how they designed it, the music choice, in terms of the like the actual beat, the drumming beat appears to be relatively simple when I can think of it. But in terms of the actual riffs, which the drummings were going along with, I guess, there were like uses of triplets and stuff. Like in terms of the spacing of notes, it's not your standard thing, which I'm very used to. There was a party that I went to many years ago now, back when people still played with plastic guitars in video games. Guitar Hero and their ilk. I think this was Guitar Hero before that other game supplanted it, because there was another one like Rock Band or something. Anyway, you might be familiar with the Rage Against the Machine song Bulls on Parade.
I am.
The rhythm of that main riff that everybody likes, like the intro, like kick-in riff, is apparently enough to make that game difficult for some on Guitar Hero. I don't remember its difficulty in game, like how it rated it. I just know that I saw that on the menu and I'm like, well, I've not played this game before and I know that song, and I nailed it because that rhythm. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I feel that, and the people who own the game were like, oh, that's really hard. We can't do that song. And I was like, but it's like a couple notes. Like, what do you want? It's not a lot of like weird fiddly shit. It's just that rhythm. I just feel that. So if
I mean, Yeah, there's some extent to which this discussion is. I can't believe people aren't as good at good as me, and I want to rule out that portion of the discussion.
Yeah. This I'm
But
not trying to
I
brag
get
necessarily. It's
no.
it's about what I can intuit from
It's
music
it's
based
tough
on.
because we're both so good and
Well,
talented at all our relative things. No. But I do get where you're getting at, which is that you hear a pattern rather than hearing rather than reading sheet music. I guess would be the distinction, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
that there is a real distinction there between like thinking actively about what the patterns are and about what you're trying to hit and just like intuiting and feeling it.
Yeah.
um
Well,
I say this as a person that cannot read sheet music, and yet
no.
yeah, I mean
Well,
I drum, which is kind of doesn't really count, but
I mean, and I've seen drum tabs, and they make no sense to me because I don't play drums. But like, if I see guitar tabs, just reading them off the page, I can, I look and I'm like, okay, so this string fret 4, and then this string fret 3. Like, I go through it, but I don't see it and then immediately know how to play the riff. Like, I don't
right.
enter that data into my eyes, into my brain, into my fingers, and then just play. Like, I have to teach myself.
There are some people
from
that can, which yeah.
There's a story about or stories about Steve Vai. I don't know if he's even a big deal anymore. He was a big deal for a time, being a quite a good guitarist. But he was in was it Frank Zappa? Is that the name?
Right.
He was in his band.
That's a person.
Yep. And like their music was completely ridiculous. Oh yes, no, Crafty's gonna head off and stretch. Yeah, that's fine. Good night, Crafty. We'll be heading up after this. We've just sort of we've gone down the rabbit hole. But apparently at Frank Zappa concerts, you could bring sheet music to Steve Vai, whatever it was, no matter how ridiculous and convoluted it was, and he would just play it. You could just show him that piece of paper, and he would just riff it out.
Yeah. It's very impressive what some people can do. I would be interested in knowing what even a simple metronome would do for your ability to kind of read the language of this game and to yeah. I wonder whether the music is also helping with the coding components.
Almost certainly not. All right. Well, look, everyone in chat is is going to bed or going for walks. So I think it's time we.
I will also. Let's code with the devil again next week.
Yeah.
In the Pale Moon Night.
Any final words for people, Justin?
Oh, follow my stuff, read my shit.
Yeah. Submit.
Neptune today is looking for contributors for number 2 now. So do the thing. It's great. Join us if you know science things.
Yeah, head over to @Neptune today at your social media outlet of choice. Look them up.
Indeed.
Have a gander, and please join us next week when we return to Pony Island. I love ponies. Good night,
ponies.
It's been a wonderful time. I can't remember which dam. I'm just going to click it manually. That's fine. Good night to all.
I hope there are more ponies next week. Good night all.